My name is Mrs. Ajayi Olajumoke Emily. I was born in the year 1955. That was 29th April. 29th April. To the family of late Mr. Matthew Akomolafe Fasun and Mrs. Victoria Idowu Akomolafe Fasun at Ajibola. My primary school started from Baptist Primary School, Ajibola, and by that time it was primary 2. I got to primary 2, and my sister, that's Mrs. Ajibola Akimbolide, got her first appointment at Oyo State then as a school teacher, and she took me to Fiditi at that particular time. That was why I couldn't complete my primary school at Baptist Primary School, so I had to travel with her to Fiditi. That's Alafia Oluwa Baptist School too. That's where I finished my primary school education. Later on, after my primary school, I had to come back to Ajibola again to start my secondary school at EBHS, and I couldn't complete too. I had to travel with my uncle to Ibadan to complete my secondary school there. That's Christ High School, Ibadan, where I had my secondary school certificates. Then, during that period, I had to do some work. My uncle placed me on an appointment at that particular time at the Federal Office of Statistics. Then, that place didn't interest me at all, because I see the nature of the job. My interest was in teaching profession, so I had to do an exam. I did an exam and I passed the examination. That was St. John Mary's College, Owo. That was where I spent just 1 year as a grade 2 teacher. After my grade 2 teaching, after my grade 2 certificates, I was posted to a school in Ondo. That was the beginning of my staying at Ondo. I was posted as a teacher there. Along the line, I spent just 2 years, and I left this place again and got an appointment with Nigerian National Supply Company. That was where I was working when I met my husband. Praise the Lord. By the special grace of God, inside of me, I love to work for God. My conviction was that the only thing that is beneficial, that is profitable in life, is to be at the side of God. So it was not a surprise. I was happy about it. I even encouraged him, and God help us. It was very rough. Initially, we had good times, but when challenges started coming, and it is not ideal as a Christian to run away from challenges. It's not ideal for Christian to run away from challenges. You have to embrace it. The challenges came during the period when I got my NCE certificates. You know, I ought to use it to work, but unfortunately, no work after my completion at Ajayi College of Education. No work. I stayed at home for 3 years, and it was that particular period that I learned the rudiment of keyboard. That was the period I learned it. Because in our church, some of the challenges we face is that nobody to play keyboard. Then in our church too, we had some instances whereby the house we live is even too far. It's too far from where we worship. So the problem of money is another thing. Money to take bike or to take a taxi to that particular place. So what we did was that when we leave our home in the morning, we will stay in the church. That's Emmanuel Baptist Church. We stay in the church from morning till evening. Then it is possible for us to be feeling hungry. But not the line. I try to make some snacks so that we don't feel hungry. We didn't feel hungry throughout the day. That's another challenge. It's never easy at all to cope the work of the home, domestic work, with that of ministry, and at the same time as a teacher. So with the help of God, most of the time, a teacher must not be late to school. It is compulsory that you report your place of work by 7:30, and I have to wake up 5 a.m. in the morning, prepare the food, take care of the children. My children were small then, and even nobody to take care of them. I have to take some of them to nanny house. With the support of my husband, God saw us through, and I am grateful to God. We work with God's grace. Everything went on as supported by God. So we thank God for that. Yes, God has been our stronghold. Praise the Lord. When you look at the situation today, you discover that the younger children, the youth, they just select either husband or wife. Especially, maybe because that person get money, or maybe he can take care of you, or maybe because he has a good family background. There are so many things to consider. Then number one is for you to seek the face of the Lord. For you to seek the face of the Lord. So that when you seek the face of the Lord, you know God is the only matchmaker. He's the only one that can point to you that this is your husband or this is your wife. At times, some ladies, they may be experiencing a sort of infatuation. That is, you continue to see your loved ones every now and then. Òun ṣá ni wọ́n á máa jí wò, wọ́n á máa wò ṣá ní gbogbo ìgbà. Wọ́n sùn, wọ́n á lálàá rí. Bí wọ́n jẹun, wọ́n á máa rí. Ìyẹn ò kì í ṣe true love. Ìyẹn ò ń ṣe true love. The devil can bring in anything at any time. So that's why we have to wait. The Bible says, all those that wait upon the Lord, they will be like Mount Zion, that shall never be removed. Then those that wait upon the Lord, the Bible says that He will uphold them. He will make them strong. He will make them strong. So that when we wait upon the Lord, God will renew our strength. Our strength will be renewed. But young ladies, I am advising them to always wait upon the Lord. Ọdẹ máa máa kánjú, ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ọmọ ló máa ń kánjú. Èmi á máa sọ wípé òun ti dàgbà báyìí. Èmi á máa sọ wípé ẹni báyìí lòun fẹ́ fẹ́. Ẹni pupa mo fẹ́, ẹni dúdú mo fẹ́, oníṣẹ́ báyìí ni mo fẹ́. Ẹni yìí kò lówó, kò lè ràn mí lọ́wọ́ rárá o. You know, by the time I married my husband, the time we came together, he was a student at that particular time. Nígbà tá a kọ́kọ́ ríra, kémi náà kí wá sọ wípé ó dìgbà tó bá kọ́lé, ó dìgbà tó bá ra mọ́tò, ó dìgbà tó bá ṣe kí tó sọ pé mo gbà fún un. Ìgbà tí mo kúrò tí tá a fẹ́ra tán, do know that my husband did something. He is the one that encouraged me to go further in education. You know, I didn't mention that initially. He encouraged me to go to NC. If you look at all my certificates bear Ajayi. Orúkọ ọkọ mi ló wà níbẹ̀. He encouraged me. Both Adéyẹmí ìyẹn NC Ọbáfẹ́mi Awólọ́wọ̀ University. Orúkọ ọkọ mi ló wà níbẹ̀. He is very supportive. So nǹkan tó máa ṣe àwọn young ladies wa ká máa rò ká ní àròjinlẹ̀, àbí young men ká ní àròjinlẹ̀ gan, ká máa wo ojú, torí pé Ọlọ́run ló ní ọ̀la, Ọlọ́run ló lọ́la, Ọlọ́run ló mọ nǹkan tó ọ̀la máa bí. So that's why you have to commit everything to God. Because what I hope for, there are many. My aspiration, my hope. Number one, to make heaven. Kí n parí ìrìn àjò sí ìjọba Ọlọ́run. Kí n má ṣàṣedà. Then, number two, our neighbor must not be evil. I am my husband. Our neighbor must not be evil, because God has assisted us in many things. Then, number three, all my children. I want God to help them, to visit them, especially kí Ọlọ́run kó bá mi ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ kó lè dé ibi gíga wọn. Bíbélì sọ nǹkan kan fún wa lórí àwọn ọmọ wa, bí ọmọ ní ìní Olúwa, ní ọmọ inú sì ní èrè rẹ̀, níbi ọfà ó ṣe rí lọ́wọ́ alágbára, níbẹ̀ ni àwọn ọmọ wa rí. Ó ní wọ́n ti ṣẹ́gun ọ̀tá wọn lẹ́nu bodè. The promises of God over our children. I don't want those promises to be in vain. I want those promises to be believe mo fẹ́ kí promises yẹn kó wà fulfilled. Only our children, they are for signs and wonders. So àwọn nǹkan tí ó yẹ mí lélẹ́yìí. Then hope and inspiration too. It's about what God help us to labor for. Like the church of God. Kíjọ yẹn kó túbọ̀ máa tẹ̀síwájú, kó máa gbèrú sí. Kíjọba Ọlọ́run kó máa gbèrú sí. Káwọn ọmọ ìjọ wa kó má di apẹ̀yìndà. Gbogbo àwọn nǹkan wọ̀nyí ni mo fẹ́. Olúwa kó ràn mí lọ́wọ́. God bless you. Ẹ ṣé o, God bless you.